They canceled Keyshawn's upcoming fight against Pedraza in a fight where Keyshawn was making a huge step up. They gave Keyshawn a 90-day suspension. To make matters worse, they overturned Keyshawn's last fight from a W, a win, to a no contest. Like, wait a minute. If the commission is gonna go that hard on a fighter for smoking a joint a month or two before the fight, then why haven't we seen any commission overturn worse circumstances?
Keyshawn Davis has recently opened up and has talked about issues in his life, going back some years as to why he started smoking, Tim. He said, listen, some serious mental health issues. And throughout that process, he was smoking. And then he told us yesterday how noticeable it is in the course of the recent training camp in which he has, as he says, put down the weed, and he's a better person in every way.
Oh, absolutely. That had to be tough for him, especially when you get consistent with using a drug like that. However, it definitely will allow you to have better lungs. Anything you think about it, anything you put into your lungs is going to affect it. No matter what it is, it's going to affect it some way, shape, or form. Now, if you look at his last two performances, they've been subpar.
Fighters actually cheating by taking steroids/PEDs where they can actually harm their opponents instead of harming themselves, like smoking weed. Why don't they overturn bad decisions such as robberies, like Pernell Whitaker versus Chavez Sr.? Last but not least, why they don't overturn fighters faking a foul, such as Usyk against Dubois, where they completely robbed Dubois. That was a daylight, on-site, on-camera robbery. Therefore, the Texas Commission opened a lot of doors for a wave of questions regarding this issue. I never knew the Commission had the power to overturn a decision. I didn't know that. There's no secret. We all know you can't smoke weed in the sport of boxing because apparently that's more prohibited than doing PEDs. Keyshawn Davis didn't just get suspended. He also got his last win revoked or reversed to a no contest.
I'm not going to condemn a kid for smoking a joint a month before a fight to go to sleep. What the f is happening? I mean, let's be real about it. Let's not be hypocrites about it. Smoking a joint a month before a fight. Take a poll here. What kind of percentage do you think of people who smoked a joint in the last month? So let's be f***ing real.
I box, smoke weed, and drink, and I'm the best.
I drink and I smoke weed, and so has the majority of this room.
You know what ain't a good look? Being a primate. Swinging from a tree and dropping all your bananas. Y'all up there somewhere.
No!
No, it ain't good.
Hey, where's Mike at? Mike.
H1!
Moment, Ravens running back Ray Rice punched his fiancée in an Atlantic City elevator.
While Palmer has said she does not want to press charges against Rice, Holmes said prosecutors still could. They call it a step in the right direction, but still feel that Rice should be behind bars. Now, because of how graphic the video is, we're choosing not to show you the moment Rice strikes his then fiancée.
We need to focus on why isn't he sitting in jail. My hope is that people who maybe didn't understand what domestic violence looks like have a better sense today. He should have been released when all this first happened.
Gervonta Davis was arrested for domestic violence. He appeared in court this morning where a judge granted him a $1,000 bond.
Hank Davis allegedly behind the wheel during a crash that left 4 people injured.
Gervonta Davis pleads guilty. Davis is accused of being behind the wheel of a Lamborghini when he struck another vehicle and fled the scene. And we're learning more about his criminal history.
Did you punch that woman in the face? She ran outside with her baby still in the car, called 911.
Help me! me! He's gonna kill me!
Davis is no stranger to the law. He's been arrested several times in the past, including in 2020, after he was seen on video grabbing his ex-girlfriend by the throat at a celebrity basketball game.
I think he's a piece of shit. I honestly do. He's a piece of shit. You know, you put your hand on women like that, bro, you a piece of shit, mama. Bro, you're not a man. You know, my dad always told me you a coward. You do something like that. You a coward. Deep down inside, you a coward. I want Ryan Garcia to knock his ass out. Knock him out. Sit him on his pants. You got to pick on somebody that can't even defend themselves. Bro, that's not right.
Give us some context on what we're about to see.
Yes, Jake, this is incredibly disturbing footage. We have got our hands on that surveillance footage, so let's take a look. New surveillance footage obtained exclusively by CNN appears to corroborate some of the allegations of abuse against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. The video, captured on multiple cameras, shows Combs wearing only a towel, assaulting his then-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, in a hallway at a Los Angeles hotel in March 2016. A lawsuit filed by Ventura in November last year and settled the next day referenced actions that seem to match those seen in this video. The gut-wrenching video has only further confirmed the disturbing and predatory behavior of Mr. Combs. Words cannot express the courage and fortitude that Miss Ventura has shown in coming forward to bring this to light.
Dana White was enjoying the night of the New Year's Eve when he got in a heated argument with his wife, which eventually turned into a public debate. His drunken wife slapped him first, then in return, the intoxicated Dana also slapped her back and held her hand. Someone recorded their video, which went viral. Thereafter, he gave an interview and explained that he was sorry for his action, and said that there cannot be any excuse to hit a lady by a man.
Oh no! Oh no!
Kovalov was just kind of still standing by the door. I went to stand up. I remember just thinking I was going to say, I want you to get out. I don't even think I got the actual words out before I stood up and he just punched me. And when he punched me, my nose exploded. Blood went everywhere. There was blood all over the cabin. He just broke my effing nose. What he had done to my neck had pinched something in there where I felt like I was covered in red ants. Like red ants were biting me 24/7. He had displaced a vertebrae in my neck, or a disc in my neck. I had an ACDF surgery, which was basically a spinal fusion surgery, which is the scar here. So I now have this 3-inch scar across the front of my neck. I have a metal plate and 4 screws in my neck. I've had my nose reconstructed, and it's still not the same. It's still crooked.
And this is the case, this is the situation in the case of Sergey Kovalev. Sergey Kovalev only gets 3 years probation, okay, for breaking this woman's neck, beating this woman, trying to rape this woman. And then, of course, he kicked the woman's dog, abused the dog as well. So he only gets 3 years probation, wow. I mean, did any of us see this coming? Did any of us under God's hot sun ever see this coming? Yeah, okay, they put out like bits here and there. And if the fighter is black, or if the celebrity is black, they're going to put this stuff out and plaster it everywhere. Folks, that's just what it is. And then break her back when she, didn't want to sleep with him. But this guy can get off with a slap on the wrist. And this is what happened just now. Conor McGregor, they can get off with a slap on the wrist. And it goes on and on and on. Okay, Brock Lesnar, slap on the wrist. Brock Lesnar, got implicated. in a domestic abuse situation? Nope, they slapped his wrist. Okay, they slapped the man's wrist, let him go with, hardly anything, and that's what it is. That's what it is. So, folks, we see what's going on, It was John Jones, and even like Jamel Charlo, it was alleged that he had some domestic abuse going on. And now, I'll say this. Do I think Jamel Charlo could have done that? Well, I mean, it doesn't matter because he was never implicated in anything. Okay? He was never indicted. He was never charged. Jamel Charlo, pretty much, it's not proven. Okay? But guess what? The news media, they decided to run with that. And they did run with that. They ran with that 100% wholeheartedly. It's crazy, man. When these black athletes, when they're not even guilty most of the time, but this stuff gets plastered everywhere. They get plastered.
In 1992, when an 18-year-old beauty queen, Desiree Washington, accused him of rape and got convicted and sentenced to 10 years in jail. Mike's sentence was cut by 6 years and he left prison in 1995. He left me completely jacked. Apparently the 3 years he served in prison were the best years of his life.
I had the best 3 years of my life in prison.
Why do you think she said you raped her?
Because she's a sick, money-hungry. She's really a bad person. Now, I know you may not want to hear this when we're talking the case. I'm up. You know what I mean? I got issues because of dealing with this for 3.5 years. I got some issues. Anybody else having fun like that, it was just young boys having fun. But it's me, I'm a big black rapist. Big, strong, black young kid wants some. She says no because he's an 8, so he hits her with his club, drags her by her hair, and rapes her and do as he wants. So that's the stigma I'm left with. All that I've been in life, I've been a lot of things, but I'm going to be left with the stigma of being a rapist. This is just a lying, reptilian, monstrous young lady. I ain't tell you the guts. She put me in that state where I don't know. I really wish I did now. But now I really do want to rape her and her mama.
So Everlast clarified what went wrong, which was a batch of defective leather that was used in the production of the gloves, which resulted in the malfunction during the competition. And that had nothing to do with Crawford, but more so Everlast, as Everlast took full responsibility and blame of everything that took place. In addition to that, Everlast explained during the fight the reason why they didn't change the gloves, even though they had the replacement second pair, was due to the commission ruling that the gloves were still suitable for competition, since the pattern at the knuckle area was not in effect. Therefore, there was no foul play on Crawford's behalf, nor was there any tampering with his gloves.
Tyson gloves. He's very tricky with his glove. I have heard it. When he fought Deontay Wilder, he complained about that.
You really think he's doing that?
I think so.
I've seen the Deontay Wilder videos, but they're not convincing. Here's why. They're showing those videos in slow motion. Yeah. And in slow motion, it looks like his glove is flopping all over the place.
Yeah.
But that's just because it's in slow motion. When you watch him boxing, he's doing this. He flicks. He shows you it, pop, and then he drops a big punch. punching. His style of like keeping that hand loose and flicking. Sometimes that wrist opens way up. People are like, look, his glove's not even attached. His glove's attached. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, because after he does this, he does this. There's no way he's doing this if his glove's not attached. Looses his hands. A lot of his punches, he's just showing you things. He's showing you things. Bang! He's showing you this. So a lot of it is loose, and he's just popping you with that like a whip.
What did I say?
You can't put it on the bare skin.
Told you.
You can't put tape directly on the skin.
I know what I'm talking about. All you haters out there.
He's basically somewhat building a cast around his hand with tape, which is illegal. After I watched that video, I was saying, my God, like, it's a lot of tape that he's putting around to protect his hand. You cannot do that in boxing. I don't know who let him get away with that in Nevada. It's not right.
And that has been approved by the commission. What is your read here?
So you can't put tape directly on the skin. What you have to do is you have to put a little bit of gauze around, and then you're able to put some tape there, and then you can put the gauze over and some tape. What Inoue's doing is he's basically somewhat building a cast around his hand with tape, which is illegal. You can't put it on the bare skin. And after I watched that video, I was saying, my God, like, it's a lot of tape that he's putting around to protect his hand. And then he's going to put gauze, more tape, and gauze again, and more tape. That's called double stacking. You cannot do that in boxing. I don't know who let him get away with that in Nevada or wherever he fought. It's not right. It's basically, I'm sure his punch is probably intensified by times 10 when he hits his opponents. No,
that's stacking.
No, that's not stacking,
Francisco.
man.
That's exactly what you said
No,
yesterday.
sir, that's not stacking. That's a very light wrap.
I'm gonna.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna file a protest on that. Okay?
Go ahead.
Just
Go
so you know
ahead.
that. Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Done this about 2,000 times or more.
You wanna watch it? Get out the way.
I will never lose to a white boy in my life. I don't care what nobody got to say. Listen, can't no white boy beat me on any day of the week.
You're a legend. You I would never let a white boy beat me. I would never let a white boy beat me. I would never let a white boy beat me. I would never let a white boy beat me.
You were playing on Hopkins's comments. I don't want to throw Bernard under a bus, but I don't know. How's it been? You had a little bit of heat over the last 48 hours?
Yeah, a lot. You know, anybody that knows me, you know me. Everyone knows me. They know that I'm not racist, and I didn't mean it in that kind of way, whatsoever. I've been getting a lot of hate, like crazy messages, death threats, all type of stuff. But at the end of the day, that was not what my intent, and I just want to fight the best at the end of the day.
I don't know how this man gets fucking. I don't even know how he get John. Like, niggas ugly, shit. But he even fights ugly. I'm gonna be real with y'all.
When I knock this nigga out, watch this shit. How y'all gonna? I don't want you guys stepping up to us after we fucking knock your ass out.
ESPN. Oh,
If they want the black fighters, they could keep them. I brought Bud Light to Top Rank.
In the lead up to the fight, you said if they want the black fighters, they can keep them. Why'd you say that?
Huh?
Why?
It's just a biased part of what I'm seeing in our field. That's it. Because it just seems like there's certain ones favoritizing others. I believe the commentators that are on the stand of ESPN are a bit biased.
Hold up.
Let it be. What are you scared of? Stop being a about it and handle it like a man. Handle it like a man. All of y'all, handle it like a man. That right there I've been dealing with for a while.
This fight right here, I will get a body on my record. I've been wanting one for a long time now anyway. And what better opponent to do it with? So much pain, so much frustration, so much things that have been going on in my career. I want a body, and he gonna be the body. But I meant everything, and you know, even like I said, I meant everything, even with the killing part. I meant that. I do want a body on my record, but I mean, that's just the bronze bomber mentality. Right now, I'm Deontay Wilder. I'm calm. I'm at peace. You know, I bring love. But
what does tomorrow night mean to you?
Joe, in 16 hours' time, this man is going to learn that if you disrespect a person's kindness and take it as a weakness, you must pay. Tomorrow night, I'm gonna make this man pay with his life, and I mean it. You're dead in that octagon tomorrow night.
Conor McGregor, ladies and gentlemen.
Then we got the news before we went on air of a guy who's been trying to become a world champion who just isn't acting professional enough, and that is Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Failed another drug test. Now, last spring, he failed a drug test that cost him an opportunity against Anthony Joshua that went to Ruiz, and then the belts went to Ruiz. And now Miller was scheduled to fight on our air, now signed by Top Rank, coming up in July, and that's a scratch.
Man, your boy just didn't do his due diligence, his homework. I had an injury. You know, my team knew about it, promotions knew about it, and just didn't do my due diligence in figuring out the ingredients in the stem cell shot.
This is the third state he's tested positive in. New York, Nevada, and California. I spoke to a prominent athletic commissioner who said if Nevada doesn't move to ban him permanently, then he will with the Association of Boxing Commissions.
It caused me to fail my first ever VADA drug test, and it hurt. It hurt, man. It hurt. But you know, you sometimes in life you go through trials and tribulations, and now I'm getting with the right team and the right doctors to figure out how we never happen again.
When Top Rank signed him, he put out a statement saying, "I'm the bad guy. I'm the villain. Look for me." Hey, listen, pal. I hate to say it, but you're not a bad guy. You're not a villain. You're a cheater. And worse than that, I have to say this too, you're a coward. If you're not going to fight guys fair and square, if you can't face them without an edge, without an advantage, you don't belong in the game. Sorry.
Again, these are people that are trying to attack me for whatever reason, but no weapon against me shall prosper. I never taken a steroid in my life. I don't even know where to get steroids at the end of the day.
I barely, take supplements. They're saying it's coming from the ashwagandha. That's fucking retarded. So
sometimes it's not on the label. Sometimes it's not on the label.
Sometimes it's not on the label.
There's a real issue going on when it comes to ostarine and these dietary supplements. That shit gotta be fixed. So many people were focused just on the outcome of the Ryan Garcia, Devin the American Dream Haney fight. There's a bigger issue involved. Ryan Garcia, when he popped for ostarine, when you saw that it was 6 billionths of a gram, you knew then it was unintentional. When you saw that all his other tests passed leading up to the fight, but during the time where he's trying to cut weight, that's when he popped. On the 19th, the day before the fight, and the day of the fight, that's when he popped. So the time between his last test and the last test and the final test, the final two tests, the 19th and the 20th, that was cut weight time. And he was clean all before that. And he popped for 6 billionths of a gram. It was obvious. It was contamination due to dietary supplements. And when I was laying out all the facts, when I showed the advisory from USADA, when I was talking about the amount that he popped for and when, it was obvious to me. And the thing is, we've seen this before. And I was showing Sugar Sean O'Malley. I was showing all these UFC fighters. I was talking about Alicia Baumgartner and all those things. Y'all turned into race and all these things. Give this community, give us our credit, because we're about the facts. We're not about everything y'all claim that we are about.
Suspicious of Ryan Garcia when he knocked out Romero Duno in one round a while back, actually. Duno was a very durable guy. Garcia hadn't shown that kind of punching power, especially one punch power, to that point at that time in his career. And he barely hit the guy. He hit the guy with like a partial left hook, and you could tell Duno went out, like, because one leg went one way, one leg went another way. So you can't fake that kind of knockout. Like, his leg went 2 different directions, and he went down hard, and it was over in one round. And I remember looking at that fight and thinking, that's weird, man. That's a special kind of power. You don't just wake up with that kind of power. You either had that or you haven't, and he hasn't had that. Ever since then, he's been known as a hard puncher, But because, like I said, you have a situation where probably most guys are doping, and the testing is so weak that that means if you got caught, you were doing it like such a pig that it's like outright crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you cycle right, you'll beat the testing protocol, and got plenty of guys do it. And that's why I used to always rail against it. If anybody remembers 10, 15, maybe closer to 15 years ago, I was railing against it a lot because I was so disappointed in the injustices I was seeing, And then as I started doing my due diligence, I started seeing, the connections, guys that were my heroes even before me had to, drug that I won't even mention out loud, guys.
It was because it was a stylistic nightmare for Devin the American Dream Haney. And right now, he's gonna, the victory is going to remain for Ryan Garcia. That there's not going to be a no contest. Just like Alicia Baumgartner was able to keep her titles, do all those things. Same thing that's going to happen with Ryan Garcia. Yeah, Haney Pat. Yo, Bill,
What's the way in right now?
It was unjust because drug cheats are able to win more spectacularly and win more impressively and win more often. They basically get all the dates and get the money that everybody else wishes they could get, but you won't be able to do it unless you yourself are a drug cheat,
143.2, 143.2, official weight for Ryan Garcia.
Means they are looking into seeing how much ostarine would have actually benefited Ryan Garcia. which is why statements like this from bodybuilders are important.
I've been using performance enhancement drugs for 20 plus years. Nobody that has any clue what they're doing takes Ostrin by itself for a boxing match. Guys, it suppresses your testosterone. It down regulates. It makes you worse. Doesn't make you better. So even if there is trace amounts of Ostrin in this kid's sample, it actually made him a worse fighter. So actually, it's even more devastating that Haney got knocked out by Ryan Garcia on Ostrin, because it actually made him more of a...
Would Ostarine have benefited Ryan Garcia at all, especially at the amounts that he popped for? That's what that means, all right? And they said the details of the test results that led to the adverse findings. The details of the test results that led to the adverse findings and any other explanation that might relate to the adverse findings, meaning that they will be considering the test results of like the hair sample. Also, they will be considering the test results of the supplements. Don't forget, 2 of Ryan Garcia's dietary supplements popped for Ostarine. And this information was officially released by VADA's Margaret Goodman.
Trash Sugar Day coming up. You already know who it's going to. Trash Sugar Day, you know who it's going to. Ryan allegedly PED Garcia. Trash. Had me finally believing in you. I say, man, I was wrong on Ryan. Ryan got some. So in the hell do PEDs. Cheating ass. You worse than Bill Belichick, fam.
Where it shows that the supplements popped for Ostarine and the amount that it popped for.
No, it ain't good.
Dropping all your bananas. That's not a good look. Bucking your eyes every time something happens and using it as a thumbnail. That's not a good look. It's not.
Lomachenko. He dodges punches like Neo dodges bullets. Fittingly, he's been nicknamed the Matrix.
And by the way, how about the stamina?
Look at that move. Just now, 4-5 punch combination.
I can't think of anyone quite like Lomachenko.
Rigondeaux, come on, let's fight. Rigondeaux has been able to fight. Oh, there's that counter left hand.
Counter left hand by Rigondeaux.
He's showing us something new.
If you look at Lomachenko, he takes those steps to the right, and Mike Tyson used to do to set up his punches from the right or left.
Not a single round.
I don't have to say anything.
Oh, there's a right hand from De Los Santos who comes in against Shakur.
That's to keep the fighters inside the...
Schwartz trying his best. Look at Fury! What unbelievable upper body movement defensively. 4 punches missed with the head movement. This was truly a master clinic.
Master clinic
this
right
one
here.
single round is everything
take that body
a
shot
top
with you.
boxer is supposed to be.
Ain't no man born from his mother to beat me. Gypsy King.
Are you serious, bro? En serio, mono. Oh my God.
Cut. That hurt Pulev. Pulev's on the ropes. He's hurt. He turns his back. That's the second.
Apes win war. Apes together strong.
Source with the Dutch National Police has confirmed to ABC News that Nicki Minaj was arrested in Amsterdam Saturday afternoon. Minaj live streaming a 4.5-minute video of the incident on Instagram Live.
I'm not carrying drugs.
Okay, but it's not a question here. I think it's.
I'm not
smart
carrying
to go
drugs.
inside.
Number one, when I came here,
Yeah.
the
Okay,
back.
you can go inside.
No, I'm not going in there. I need a lawyer present.
The 41-year-old rapper was stopped outside the airport as she was preparing to fly to Manchester, England for the next concert of her Pink Friday 2 tour. Authorities say marijuana pre-rolls were allegedly found in her luggage.
So I'm under arrest.
Yes.
But under arrest for what?
Okay. Stop filming now.
I'm under arrest for what? Do you
Stop
know what
filming
happened
now.
when I came
You
here?
have to go inside.
Huh? What you said?
Can you please stop filming? Please just step in the car for us.
No, I need a lawyer.
He eventually got into the vehicle and expressed concern about making her upcoming show. An official is heard telling her he would try to get her there as soon as possible. Minaj posting on both Instagram and X about the encounter, claiming it was an attempt to sabotage the remainder of her tour. The Manchester show has been postponed, according to Live Nation.
Game. Angel Reese was taunting Caitlin Clark's team. Caitlin Clark
that have gotten a lot
consistently
more invested in women's basketball.
They're looking for back-to-back sky threes. Mabry couldn't connect. Reese, another chance, blocked from behind by Nelson Nadota. Then Reese went down hard. Still down at the other end. Reese, they've got to find a way to get this play stopped as she emerges, but a little dazed here in the paint. They'll keep it rolling. Evans, quick drive, couldn't get the roll. More contact in the paint as Reese hits the deck again. And now they're going to review the last sequence. We're going to have a look at it here. Remember, this was after she went down initially. That was the first time she went down. And wasn't able to get back into the play defensively. Then the arm from Alyssa Thomas, like you said, could potentially be an upgrade on that sequence there.
I'm going to tell you something, though, Jason. Angel Reese is a Baltimore, Maryland native. She's had some of this stuff happen before. She's going to be fine. She's tough. She'll be able to overcome this. And Alyssa Thomas, a veteran, is trying to send the rookie a message. And Alyssa Thomas, a veteran, is trying to send the rookie a message. Send the rookie a message.
It's not just because I'm a rookie, I'm a player. I'm a basketball player. They don't give a damn if I'm a rookie. I mean, I want them to come at me every day. I want them to come at everybody. I mean, they're not supposed to be nice to me. I hope y'all know that. They're not supposed to be nice to me or lay down because I'm Angel Reese or because I'm a rookie. Like, thank you, AT, for sending a message to me because I got back up and I kept going and kept pushing. Like, me and AT have been cool since we were at Maryland, so I know it's not no hard feelings, and I appreciate her for going at me every day.
And obviously, that carried over to the WNBA.
Take a look at what just transpired between Carter and Clark. I mean, that's clearly a foul, which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Kennedy Carter. I think that's going to be a flagrant one, and Clark goes to the line and hits the first. They called it away from the ball foul because it happened prior to the inbound. So then anybody can shoot the free throw. Of course, Indiana would have Clark as a great free throw shooter shoot it. A little surprised.
And then you saw Kennedy Carter literally tackle Caitlin Clark in the middle of the game. On the bench, you could see Angel Reese celebrating. You could see Angel Reese hugging Carter and praising her.
People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas. Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.